Hi there, this is Pranay from DBS Diary. I hope you are doing great. Good morning, afternoon, evening, depending on geographic location. So, in today's session, we are going to talk about table level replication, Sybase from primary to secondary, and then we'll see how do we create the table level replication, what all things are required, how do we create the connection, then how do we define the replication definition, and then how do we create subscription, and then we will also cover few more things in table level, right? You have minimal columns, then all columns, and then without materialization, with materialization, and then in case there is a requirement to alter the table on the source system or on the target system, right. So, table level replication is only concerned of replicating data. It does not really do replicate the change of the structure of table. Okay. And we will also cover, we have some option which is including like truncate table. So, how do we include that, and even though that is part of DDL, but then that still replicates, even that is something which we can see. So, in previous session we have talked about how do we initialize replication, how do we install it, how do we create connection, then various options of unidirectional, then bidirectional, with dump marker, with materialization, without materialization, all that we have seen. Okay, with materialization means with using dump marker, right. So, in today's thing we are going to see most of the concept, but then at the table level, right. So, this is also something which is part of, which is kind of MSA. So, you can have multiple targets having one source, right. So, one table you can have one definition, you can have multiple, but then we can, for one definition you can have multiple subscription, right. So, that is how we are going to see today. So, my lab is here. So, let me go to primary server. So, I will show you everything from the scratch, means we will create database on the primary server, then we will create database on secondary server, then we will add the connection to replication server, and then we will create replication definition, subscription, and then we will see how it actually works, the like what is the setting that we need to do on the primary server, and what is that which is required to be done on secondary server, right. So, all that is something which we are going to see today. So, in case you have anything in your mind which I have not covered yet, please do let me know, and I will be more than happy to cover. So, in replication itself we have covered many things. So, starting with MSA, database initialization, and then all the replication, then with dump marker, that is something which is covered, you can refer to my previous session. We have also covered replication bidirectional with without initializing, okay, and with initialization, means with the dump marker, right. And then we have also covered like table level, I am covering today, and we will be covering table level bidirectional in the next session, and afterwards we will cover functional level replication, and then we will also cover warm standby. Okay. So, that is what is the plan. So, yes, so let us get started. This is my primary server. So, sp_help_db. So, we have a couple of databases here. What we will do, we will create a new database which will be called TLR_DBA, which means a table level replication for DBA. Okay. So, before we do anything, we should be initializing device. So, let us do that. Okay. So, this one is done. Now, let us do it for the log. Okay. Then next one is to create database. We should be sure that we are in a master database. Okay, it is creating. So, it is done. Okay. Now, what we will do is we will create the same database name on the secondary server with the same size, 20 MB data and 5 MB log. Okay. I will create table also, but let us create the device first. Let us do that in the one step. Okay, done. So, database is created now on the primary and on the secondary server. So, this is table level application. So, what we need to have is we need to have a table, right. So, let us create the table on the primary and also on the secondary. So, this one we are initializing from the scratch. Okay, it is not something with the it is not like dump marker. We will show you how do we do that also when it is with materialization, which means it will, you have to have the structure on the target server, but data it will copy all of them from primary to secondary server. We will see that. That is part of the part of our session right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and create the table. Okay, create table test underscore TLR. Okay, table is created. We will do the same thing on the secondary server as well. Same structure, no difference in that. So now what we should do is, before doing anything on the replication side, what we should do is we should create the connection. So the database name is TLR underscore DBA. So the connection level, there is no difference in what we had done before for MSA and what we are going to do for the table level. Okay, so let's go ahead and launch the rs underscore init. Okay, lsltr. So /rs underscore init. Okay, so configure a server product, yes. One, okay, add a database to the replication system. So this is what we need to do. To one replication server name